So you're thinking about having the partnership dialogue. What's the right frame of mind you need to be in going into this lengthy journey? Through the course of the year, we're going to have conversations with probably 400 to 500 potential sellers. And many of them are going to get started in the process. And so I thought it would be helpful to talk a little bit about where should you be thinking, how should you be kind of getting yourself prepared to go into this dialogue. First, it's about a 5 to 7 month journey. So know that it's a heavy lift from a time commitment. It's an emotional journey, it's an intellectual journey. So you need to kind of know how to approach it. Typically, there's two kinds of firms that we have conversations with. There are ones that are just kicking tires. They're not really interested to have a partnership conversation seriously right now, but they may 2, 3, 5 years down the road, so they're just gathering information. The second would be a firm who actually is interested to have that conversation in the near term. So let's focus on that second group and really unpack that. So the first that I would tell you is that nothing is urgent in the majority of these firms. Nothing is burning down. And so they're just at a point in their career where they may be dealing with some short-term, near-term challenges. They may be trying to get ahead of some longer-term challenges, and they view a partnership dialogue as potential additive or accretive to helping them solve those challenges. That, to me, is the most healthy way to come into the partnership. I would tell you to be very open-minded. And so these larger firms have often built a great business model. They may have different processes or things that they would ask you to adopt. You've got your way of doing things, which I'm sure is fantastic and fine, but be open-minded to learning about what your prospective partner does, how they operate, and potentially consider changing. There's nothing. Change is difficult to endure, but if they can demonstrate that their way of operating may have a superior outcome, whether for the team, for the client, or for the economics of the business, just be open-minded to it. Be very inquisitive. Sometimes we see firms come into the partnership and they're a little bit shy on asking what life is really going to be like as a part of the team. They feel like it's improper to ask. I would tell you that's not true. Be as inquisitive as you can. Ask very difficult questions. Ask the tough questions. You'll find that the really good buyers are expecting those questions, and frankly, they'd be surprised if you didn't ask them. So don't always present the question in a very nice way. Don't be attacking or assertive, but don't feel like you're infringing on anything by asking otherwise difficult questions. Finally, and most importantly, be humble. That's the number one thing that I would advise you coming into a partnership. We have an industry dominated by some very strong egos. And while I think it's fine, business owners, entrepreneurs often have to have really strong personalities. That's why they're successful. When you're talking to the larger firm, have a sense of humility about you. You may have some processes that are fantastic, ways of doing things, a client experience, an investment management model or philosophy, that they would say, hey, we think that's awesome, we want to adopt that. But likewise, they probably have ways of operating that is superior to yours. And so just have a sense of humility about that. I would tell you that easily where partnership conversations break down, most commonly is not over economics or deal terms or structure, it's over personality conflicts. And it's usually, unfortunately, with the seller. The larger firm, they've built a big happy family, and one of the things they're most concerned about is having someone disruptive to that family. So keep in mind that when they tell you they're looking for like-minded people who share their vision, who share their values, they get along with, they're very serious about that. So have a degree of humility about you as you come through the process, be open-minded, be inquisitive, and I think that's a really healthy way to approach this conversation. So I hope that was helpful. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I look forward to chatting with you. I'm Alan Darby, CEO of Alaris Acquisitions. I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.